Well, we have some action going on.
Live tennis.
That's right.
Right,
We're going to show it to you. That's the story. Alex Corretja, the number 13 seed, winning the first set and on serve.
You know what's even more unbelievable? We may even have some live mixed doubles, apparently. I mean, that's... Oh, but whew, thank God we got no cameras over there. I was worried. We'd have Navratilova Mirny out fighting it out, slugging it out in the third set.
And we'll watch Alex Corretja, the former finalist here, against the Frenchman.
Well, Corretja, as you well know, has been around a while. And still, though, at 27, finds himself in the thick of things. The bottom half, he's got a situation here against Santoro. The first time they played, Bill, in 1995, it was Santoro who won. Well, Corretja's won the last 7 times. And I think you're going to see more of the same today.
They've just exchanged service breaks.
Well, that's the thing. Santoro finally looked like, hey, maybe he can make something of this match because he's already got all the makings of losing. He's got the strap on the leg. He played the long, tough match before. He beat Safin in 5, who he's got a number on. Well, Corretja, you talk about having a huge smile on your face after seeing the result. Safin would have given a much, much tougher time, and he's got Santoro's number.
Just like Santoro had Safin's number, he was 6-1
Right.
going against him, but he has a 1-7 record against Corretja.
This is Corretja's work. Zabaleta, he's always seems to play him here. Knipschild had a decent first-round win, but didn't have enough left. You see, Larson beat Arazi. Santoro beats Safin. I mean, things are looking promising for Corretja. Next up, that ball a little wide. So this is what you need, the breaks, the matchups we were talking about. Roger Federer, congratulations, first of all, to Federer for beating Wayne Arthurs, who is not a clay court player, but had a great tournament nonetheless. Federer's least favorite surface is clay, so you have to pick Corretja there. So he may be looming for Agassi if he were to get by Grosjean on Wednesday. That's a match that for me would be about a year late because I was sort of hoping for Agassi Corretja in the Davis Cup. That first match, you know, when we played in Spain, unfortunately, neither Andre, Pete, nor Chang, who we saw play a memorable match with Roddick, were available. But we'll talk about that. Oh, maybe we can talk about it now. Called out. It's Corretja at 40-15, a set under his belt, just broken back.
And 3-all. Wonderful touch. Corretja holds on serve in the second set. Earlier today, Gustavo Kirten, you know, John seems to have a few 5-setters during the successful runs at the French Open. Had a difficult one yesterday, but was able to come through.
And typically with Kafelnikov, who tomorrow he's going to be on the court against. Both times he won this tournament, he beat Kafelnikov in the quarters. Well, guess what? Playing Kafelnikov in the quarters tomorrow.
And we'll be with you from Paris at 9 a.m. And also, this is
2 American women.
Highly anticipated, Jennifer Capriati against Serena Williams. It all begins at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, live from Paris tomorrow. Fabrice Santoro serving at 3-4, down a set to the number 13 seed, Alex Corretja.
Love 15 this game, and Santoro with the second serve. Okay, how often do you watch a guy hit a forehand, Bill, and it looks like he's chopping a tree down? Not too often you see the two-hander, Fabrice at 28. This is his 15th year at Wimbledon, at the French Open. He's first played here at 15. And he slices you, and he dices you, and he jerks you around, and he occasionally will hit a drop shot, even every now and then. Is it 12th appearance? God, I thought it was more than that.
Never has gotten to a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam. Gotten to the round of 16
will.
twice before. Facing triple break point here.
He gave Ruzetsky a handful in a couple rounds ago. Did the same to Safin. See, this is a different proposition. First of all, he's physically, you can tell there's the wrap I talked about. He looks fatigued physically and mentally. He was desperate enough to ask me to warm him up this morning. I'm like, I'm not, do I play like Corretja or something? I don't think so. Corretja is a guy who, he's not as bothered by that off-speed stuff. He's more bothered by wind. Well, go take a look at the flags right now. No wind whatsoever.
No movement at all.
And he's fit as they come. So this is going to be, you talk about an upset. If Santoro can come back from this would be monumental.
Now Corretja is serving for a 2-set lead now at 5-3.
Oh, forgot to say it was new balls. Corretja shows up. Santoro trying to sneak one in on him. We've got some nice matchups on the men's side now, Bill. Very nice. We just showed Quert and Kafelnikov. We've got Hewitt and Ferrero. That's the top half. Now we got this young guy who's going to be a great, but he's already a darn good player and he's going to be a great player. Federer, Roger Federer. And Agassi Grosjean. Federer awaiting the winner of this match, presumably Alex Corretja gets a good call there and a first serve. Santoro just got that look. I mean, even in the locker room yesterday, thank God I had a day off. And it's a great effort. Get to the 4th round of the U.S. I've said Wimbledon, U.S. I'll get there. French Open. See, those legs are giving out on him. So he's going to get down 2 sets. We're going to have to go off the air at 7, but you know something? We're going to be pretty close to this match being over, I have a feeling.
Santoro has
perfect timing.
Traditionally struggled against the top players. His win against Safin was his first victory against a seed at a Grand Slam in his career.
Well, what he should do then is call up the seeding people and request to play Safin at every tournament.
Corretja made that look easy.
He plays with dead nylon strings. I'm talking Corretja. He's got him as loose as I use him, which is unusual. Most guys string up very tight. He's got a racket. It's got a lot of pop to it, so he's got more pace on his serve than you expect. He's got a pretty big first serve now that wins him some points, and he's a decent, adequate volleyer up there at net. He has not had a particularly good year. He didn't play the Australian Open. He was exhausted from Spain winning Davis Cup for the first time. He's come into this event at a meager 15-8.
Alex Corretja.
That's not too good for him. So this, for him, is an opportunity. He's another guy like Squillari we saw earlier, who's tougher to beat in best of 5. It's because the guy works so hard and so fit, and he's got himself a triple set point. He's been as high in February 1st, Bill, 2 in the world, Corretja. I repeat, number 2.
crowd here just aching for something to cheer about with Santoro, but he hasn't.
Well, you know what the
given
other
them very
you know
much.
what the other problem was is that Agassi came on before him, and they love Andre, and they got behind him. They spent some of their energy, and these guys, they come to these matches here at Roland Garros. They know tennis. They know Santoro, big trouble here. They're happy. Grosjean won. Let's not be too spoiled.
Well, Corretja has looked impressive. A 2 sets lead over the Frenchman, Alex Corretja. '98, he was the number 14 seed, Alex Corretja, and he got all the way to the final. It was an all-Spanish final that year. Lost to Carlos Moya, straight sets. And that was Alex Corretja's best Grand Slam result. Things well in hand now, 6-2, 6-3.
Santoro took the hat off and he held serve, Bill, so there's still hope. Anything, you try anything to mix things up. Hat on, hat backwards, hat off.
Santoro is ranked 43rd in the entry system, 40th in the champions race.
Well, he's inspirational for any of you out there that don't have a lot of power. He doesn't have the big serve, doesn't possess the big weapon, but he sure knows how to compete. Keep people off balance, guessing. He's actually a better doubles player than he is a singles. He's won 3 singles and 8 doubles titles.
Santoro had a nice win earlier in the year, and actually a couple weeks ago in Hamburg. He beat Andre Agassi in the second round.
Nice is an understatement. Agassi actually came into this tournament under sub 500 on clay. He's just rounding into clay court form, and he sure picked the right time to do it. Had the amazing run again, defending Australia. Won a couple of big hardcourt events, Palm Springs and Key Biscayne. Then you've got to feel like the fellow's going to let down. I mean, he is an old man, right? 31. Went back, started running the hills. And I talked about this earlier, Bill, that Andre didn't grow up playing on clay, so it's more of an effort for him. I mean, he's got to really work to get himself in shape. So when you go there in Hamburg and it's 44 degrees there, totally different conditions than you're seeing most of this French Open. We did see it a couple days previous over the weekend, chilly conditions, very hot to start. Rarely do you see that in Germany. Rome was apparently cold. You can see Santoro, and just imagine playing Santoro on a cold, rainy, slippery day in Hamburg. Him giving you all that dipsy-do and gibbly-goo or whatever it is.
It's a beautiful, warm, sunny late afternoon, early evening in Paris today. That's quite an angle. 40-30.
Both players did absolutely everything they could. I mean, Corretja was off the court. He got it back right inside the baseline, but Santoro took it early, a la Andre Agassi, and created that angle. Santoro's been as high as 21 in the world. Nice to see. He's expecting his first child in July.
First double fault. That brings the crowd to life. Santoro was a junior champion here in 1989. Beat Jared Palmer in a 3-set final, 9-7 in the third.
Jared, better known as really predominantly played his entire career as on the doubles court. Santoro, born, hey, that's a nice place to be born, Tahiti. Corretja just working him merciless. What is it? Help me here.
Unmercifully.
Whew. Thank God you showed up. You get tired watching that.
You know, you think about being born in Tahiti, most people spend their lives trying to get there.
That's right.
He started there.
Yeah.
It's kind of all downhill after that.
That's right.
Game point for Corretja. Up 2 sets.
Oh, sweet. Oh, did he not get that? Oh, didn't complain.
Guess not.
I guess not. Yeah. Too tired to complain. Navratilova. You Navratilova fans, bad news. Max Mirny and Martina have gone down. 6-4 in the final set.
Mixed together. Well, close to a packed house here. One all. Third set.
No hands.
In case you were interested, Navratilova and Mirny went down to Litskovtsova. Call Tracy up, get a quick pronunciation. Mahesh Bhupati.
Bhupati, pretty good doubles player. He and former partner Leander Paes
Still
went to
hanging
force
around.
in doubles.
The wind's starting to pick up. This could be good for Santoro. Corretja does not generate the power that you see with a lot of these youngsters out there now. He relies more on placement and spin and finesse. Those big swings, he gets himself in trouble sometimes. Immediately his game's dropped. Seconds after feeling the wind.
30-15. How comfortable does Corretja feel at the net? We've seen him come in a few times. Kind of breaks the mold a bit with the Spanish player.
He's learned that it's a lot easier to finish off some points up there when you got a guy in desperate trouble, not prolong the unnecessary. And he unfortunately played a good match against us in Davis Cup last year. You need to be able to volley in doubles. And rarely, if ever, would you ever see a clay court special step in like he did there, take the ball early before it came down and smack it away like Corretja done. That was well done.
Corretja, of course, has had some success on hard courts, and you and I called that match
That's
against Pete Sampras. It was one of the best matches ever played at the Open.
I think the doubles helps him when he gets out there. Just sees the court from a slightly different angle. Helps his serve, you know, gets to practice that and his volley. And you're not going to see him do it here where he's got to go out and play potentially 7 best-of-5 set matches. But on occasion in Davis Cup and here and there, he might get himself out there. See that shadow coming. That could make things tricky for the players as well. Actually, Agassi Hewitt played in Rome. And we're down. They were down some match points in the second to Boupity and Pays. Came out of that set, won it. We're down 5-0 in the third and beat them. Won 7 games in a row. That's some nice touch. You play Agassi and Hewitt in doubles, they're going to get some balls back. That's it. Let's just hope for, since we're winding down, let's hope for French TV's sake that Fabrice can hold here.
Must have heard you.
Keep it going for a while.
Crowd likes it.
Santoro.
Well, that goes into the seats as we wrap up our coverage